So I've worked under project labor agreements before, and I can tell you from my own experience when I was in the union that it did not work for me. I've never had to wait on a call for work. I've never had to wait for an agent to give me a call. I just brought my honest work ethic to work. And why I work is for my wife and my 3 children. Project labor agreements will hurt the state of Delaware. I promise and I guarantee that, not because I've done any studies online, not because I know somebody, but because I live this. And I know that it will limit workability for people like you and people like me.
I am here on behalf of our small contractors, immigrant families, and minority-owned businesses across Delaware. We opposed SB 241 earlier this year, and now with SB 272, we have the same concerns. While it's called a compromise, requiring union-only labor on school projects could shut out small local businesses. For many of us, this contract means jobs, stability, and opportunity for our communities.
It just doesn't make sense because as non-union workers, they're going to try to encourage us to bid, even though we have to send our non-union workers there. And then also, since we're non-union workers, we have to pay for their benefits and their pension systems and not reap the benefits of it at all. And so it also changes how we're going to hire, right? We usually do co-ops and et cetera, but now we have to hire through union halls and all that. Just basically change up how we operate, and that discourages bidders at the end of the day, and it decreases competition.
We just got out of the Senate labor hearing where we heard Senate Bill 272. We heard a tremendous amount of testimony. The overwhelming majority of testimony was against the bill. And I think that sends a clear message to the members of the General Assembly that requiring government-mandated project labor agreements is actually going to be harming more individuals than it will be helping. So I did find it interesting that the only proponents of the bill and actually of project labor agreements are the union bosses. We didn't see union workers, and we didn't see other union leaders, and most of those bosses were from out of state, so I found that very telling. I'm hoping the members of the General Assembly see that as well. And it was also really great to have the camaraderie of the Associated Builders and Contractors. You know, a lot of the owners were here, a lot of the actual workers themselves, and pride in their jobs. I mean, they make great wages, they have great careers, they can provide for their families, and it's not this ominous, evil thing that the unions make it out to be. And then I also thought it was really interesting that we were able to make sure the message that, merit shop entities, that's 90% of the construction industry overall. So it's like 90% believe that this bill is harmful, and that's over 20,000 employees in the state of Delaware who, pay taxes and vote. So hopefully, they see the error of the bill, but we will also continue to fight if they don't.